Now, after the Sabbath, towards the dawn of the first day of the week, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to see the tomb. And they were saying to one another, "Who will roll away the stone for us from the entrance of the tomb?" And behold, there was a great earthquake, and an angel of the Lord descended from heaven and came and rolled back the stone and sat on it. His appearance was like lightning, and his clothing white as snow. And for fear of him, the guards trembled and became like dead men. But the angel said to the women, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you seek Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here. He has risen, as he said. Come, see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead. And behold, he is going before you to Galilee. There you will see him. See, I have told you." And they departed from the tomb quickly with fear and great joy and ran to tell his disciples. On the evening of that day, the first day of the week, the doors being locked where the disciples were for fear of the Jews, Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." Then he showed them his hands and his side. Then the disciples were glad when they saw the Lord. And he said to them again, "Peace be with you. As the Father has sent me, even so I am sending you." Then he breathed on them and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit. If you forgive the sins of any, they are forgiven them. And if you withhold forgiveness from any, it is withheld." Now Thomas, one of the 12, called the twin, was not with them when Jesus came. So the other disciples came and said, "We have seen the Lord." But he answered them, "Unless I see in his hands the mark of the nails, and put my finger into the mark of the nails, and place my hand into his side, I will never believe." 8 days later, the disciples were inside again, and Thomas was with them. Although the doors were locked, Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." Then he said to Thomas, "Put your finger here and see my hands. And put out your hand, place it in my side. Do not disbelieve, but believe." Then Thomas said, "My Lord and my God." And Jesus said to him, "Have you believed because you have seen me? Oh, blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." Jesus did many other signs in the presence of his disciples that are not written in this book. But these are written so that you may believe that Jesus is the Christ, the Son of God, and that by believing, you may have life in his name.